Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, let me give you something here to kind of make you step back and just think for a minute. Every investor or business person that I deal with, the first thing you hear out of them is, what is my ROI? What is my return on investment? I hear it a lot in real estate deals and different things on the internet moving forward. And they always talk about, I want a big return on investment. Let's think about this for just a minute. Let me ask you this. What is your COI? Cost of inaction. In other words, let's say you're somebody that has been listening to my podcast over the last year and you've picked up a lot of great ideas, but you really haven't put anything into action. What does it cost you to stay idle? What happens when you read a book full of great ideas and you don't do anything with any of it? What kind of money have you made? How has your life been changed? You haven't got anything out of it. For you to have a return on investment, you have to be willing to put the work in. You know, life will cash any check you write, but you have to be willing to put your work boots on to go get it. You want $1 million in your bank account? You have to do what it takes to make that $1 million in whatever business you're in. Obviously, there's businesses out there that can make $1 million income faster than other businesses. Everybody focuses on the wrong part of a business in the beginning. In other words, they want to know what their return on investment is going to be before they put any kind of work in. And what happens is this. They're always thinking about the end product and what it's going to do for them, and they never seem to pull the car out of park, so to speak. In other words, they're a big talker. They're always talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. If I had money, or if I had this, or if I had the time, I could do this or that. Well, let's take that big excuse out of the way and decide that right here, right now, we're going to start and we're going to move forward. And we're going to deal with the obstacles as they come. With that being said, how does that change your mindset? What have you cost yourself over the last couple months, the last year, by knowing a great idea and doing nothing with it? Nobody knows the true answer. But doesn't it kind of bug you that you think, man, I should have been working on this 3 months ago? And I've done nothing so far. Now, I'm not saying this to pick on you or anything like that. We're all guilty of procrastination to some point. But the reason I bring this up now is because I want to wake you up. I want you to be able to move forward. You know, every day that you spend not living your dream life is one less day that you have. Everybody has a limited amount of time. What are you going to do with the time you have left? That's everything I have for today's episode of The Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.